welcome back to the Tabs Podcast. Good morning, everyone. My name is Brian. That is Brian with an I, Brian Williams. Coming to you live from El Mirage, Arizona. Today it is August 20th of 2022. Currently 9:47 in the a.m. Kinda bright and early. Kinda. So weird that on my off days from work, I find myself up earlier and more active. How does that work? How does that work? Monday through Friday, it is the toughest thing to be up early. When that alarm hits at 7:03, and I said 7:03, I know it's a weird time, but, that's how I do. All right? That's how I do. When that alarm goes off at 7:03, I swear it takes the powers of Poseidon to pull me out of bed. That is the toughest thing. Saturday, Sunday come around, 6:30 in the morning, my eyes are wide open. I cannot get another second of sleep if I had $1 billion. If I had $1 billion and I could pay for sleep, it still wouldn't work. Just doesn't make any sense, It's almost like our internal clock or our brain or that feeling inside is like, hey, it's your day off. Seize it. Seize the day. Not to say that you can't seize the day at work, Monday through Friday or whatever days you work, I say Monday through Friday, but your schedule may be, Tuesday through Saturday or, every day. We can still seize the day at work, but those off days, those days where it's, we have time to ourselves, we got to seize it. We got to seize it like it's a drug bust. Open it up! That was my impression of a cop breaking down a door. Hope I never hear that, by the way. But we got to seize it. And so this is the second podcast here on week 2, trying to make this a weekly thing. And the first week, I decided to record something because, life just pushed me there. Life said, Brian, you got to do something. You got to. And life could be anything. Life could be trouble at work. It could be trouble with your Pokemon Go fan club. Not that I know what Pokemon Go is. Trumpet Bling, let me know if you want that friend code. It could be trouble with a relationship. It could be a sickness. It could be, financial troubles. It could be anything. I consider those life. Life happens. It's annoying when life happens because it's out of our control. We control one thing, and that's ourselves. But when life controls things, it's a little frustrating or, rewarding if things are going great. But it's those moments when life switches you up or throws you a curveball that you have an option. Do you want to let this, pin you in fear or, immobilize you with unknowingness or uncertainty? Or are you going to let this, egg you in the right direction? So last week, I was egged into the right direction to record a new Tabs podcast. And thank you to so much to everyone that either listened or commented or just let me know that they were able to check it out. I really appreciate that. It's always great to hear that, people I don't get to see every day or talk to every day, still are out there. It's great. That's a great thing. But, this week was better. I didn't have the same life issues that I had the prior week. So I found it tougher to sit down and record. Tougher. And that's why I was thinking about motivation. You know, what motivates you to get from point A to point B? Is that life that's saying, hey, time to move, point A to point B? Or is it an internal thing you have to find? And I'm finding with this podcast, it's nice to get these certain bursts of life energy and just want to record and want to do things and want to be creative. But when I don't have that same kind of motivation, it's tougher. And I think, you have to find that in yourself. You have to want to do something for yourself. You have to be your biggest supporter. And I'm talking like, I don't know why the Waterboy movie came to my mind, but you know how Bobby Boucher, he had to just prove himself out there, and he had this great fan base, all Waterboy, Waterboy. Everybody loved the Waterboy. Wouldn't that be great if we could just have people in our corner like that? Have people just, stand behind us, egging us on, cheering us on. And I think we all do to an extent. But I think it takes internal motivation. This week it was harder to record because I had less pushing me to do it. So I had to find it in myself to record. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. Especially when you can't sleep much. But anyway, life pushes us in directions, and then it's our job to take that, progress, and show life that whatever you throw at us, we can handle it. And we're going to make the best of it. And that's why I got this Tabs podcast. It's been fun doing this, I went back and forth all week. What's the method I want to do? I could write down all my thoughts throughout the week, highlight some points, boom, bring it up. And I think that's probably the best idea. But I didn't do that for this one. So if it sounds scatterbrain, it's probably because it is ScatterBrian. But I call it ScatterBrian. Mix the A and the I up. ScatterBrian. That would be a great name for this show, actually. A ScatterBrain podcast. But it's called ScatterBrian. Boom, trademark. I'm always trademarking things on this podcast. And if anybody takes that, and there's like a code, and I know this is going to sound weird. All right. There's like a code amongst Brians. Anytime you see Brian's mentioned in commercials or movies or this or that, they're always shown as like, oh, hi, I'm Brian. I'm Brian. Why do they make us sound like babies? I don't think any Brians out there would try to take my ScatterBrian idea, but if you did, that would be a betrayal of the Brian. There was a point in time where I joined a Twitter page called, I believe it was called Brian Williams United. It's fantastic. We had white Brian Williams, black Brian Williams, green Brian Williams, brown, yellow, red, any color you want. The rainbow of Brian Williams. And I don't know them, but I assume they're all great men. Why? Because I'm one of them. I am Brian. With an I, by the way. And I won't get into the I versus Y debate because Brians with Ys are just as much Brians. And I'm sure the Ys would say the same about the Is. And this has been an example of a ScatterBrian. Man, I'm going on some tangents. No, but this has been fun. And I found that the best method I have is just hitting that red record button. Hitting that record button, seeing where it goes. It's kind of scary because You never know what territories you're gonna dip into. But as you can hear this week, my co-host is not here. For those of you that listened last week, my co-host Regina joined me and had some great words. Oh my gosh, inspiring. I suggest you go back and listen to the wise words of Regina. But she's not here this week. She's sleeping. Lucky. Super lucky. But I'm glad I woke up early this Saturday. And I know some of you are saying, oh my gosh, 7 a.m. isn't that early. 6:30 isn't that early. You're right. But to me, it's early. I like waking up when the sun's already there to greet me. I don't want to greet the sun. That sounds bad. I would love to greet the sun. I like to say goodnight to the sun. Wow, this has been a tangent. I'm going to keep this going next week. I'm going to find some topics we want to discuss, that I want to discuss. Motivation was the theme of this episode. And, it's all about realizing that you have to be your biggest supporter. You have to tell yourself, if I want to get there, I'm going to have to put in the most effort. Because life sure will take you some places, but not that you want to go. Probably. But it's up to us to keep it going. And when we find something positive, a good outlet to put that energy into, we got to keep it going. This has been a testing of the Tabs Network. I made it past the 10-minute mark. Woohoo! That was my goal. It's a little weird to just talk into a microphone for 10 straight minutes and get nothing back. I'm very much a listener. I can talk. I can definitely talk, as you can tell, if you're still here. But it's weird. I think I have good things to say. I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna take that back. I know I have good things to say. I just wonder if people want to hear them. If nobody wants to hear them, then too bad, because you can't get the 10 minutes back. Ha! I win. Game, set, match. Checkmate. Whatever. I've never gotten a checkmate, but that'd be cool. Chess is cool. King me. There you go. I've played checkers, so king me. King me Williams. Oh boy. So I'm looking to do this every Saturday. If anybody has any, if you'd like to call in, I can definitely do that. We'll set something up to be live. I just want to create a safe place, a fun place where I can, share my thoughts and connect back with the people again. Doing the tabs, kind of stand up, late night kind of thing, late night talk show type thing. That was so much fun, and I want to bring that back. It's just I got to find that motivation. I gotta do it, Brian. Do it to it, Lars. If you know what movie that's from and you're still listening, please comment in the comment section. Again, the quote is, "Do it to it, Lars." Fair enough. Well, thank you all for listening. If you would like to follow me, I do not have an Instagram. I do not have a Facebook. Do not follow me out of my house or anything. But you can follow this Tabs channel on YouTube. I also do have a Twitter with no profile pic and no followers. But that's at Trumpet Bling. So feel free to follow me there. Again, Tabs Interviews, Tabs Entertainment. You know what it is. Thank you all for listening and have a great week. I shall talk to you next Saturday. Peace.